Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Vent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. We're going to jump right in, get started in Downward Dog, so why don't you join me? It's only about 30 minutes. Make some time for yourself. Come onto your mat and let's get started. Coming into your downward facing dog, or getting started in child's pose. Setting your hands and setting your feet. You can set your gaze or close your eyes, and it might take a little bit of adjusting, feeling out where you want to set your hands, what works for you. Spread your fingers wide. You can add a little bit of movement if that feels good. Maybe move your head or your hips around, or begin to walk out your dog. Really helpful to set your gaze, that's traditional drishti, gaze to one unmoving point, or close your eyes. I find that for a lot of my practice, having my eyes closed works really well. Sometimes it helps to set your gaze, absolutely, balancing poses. Setting your gaze is often a nice reminder to see where you are, and that'll help bring you back. But as I've said before, when you're practicing at home, sometimes you set your gaze and what you wind up seeing are things that need your attention, so it can be even more distracting. In any case, you can choose here, and you can choose to be here. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Let your head hang down. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Take your feet to about hips width distance. Big bend in your knees. Rest your torso on your thighs. Interlace your fingers at your low back. You can put a towel or strap between your hands to give yourself a little bit of room. Let your shoulders roll back. Peel your chest up off your legs. Lengthen out through your arms. Take a really big inhale. As you exhale, begin to fold forward. Hands to your own degree can come up and over. Putting a towel or strap between your hands will give you some room. You can give yourself some room here. Room to be here, to breathe. Just a little bit of space for yourself. And if you don't feel like you have 30 minutes for this whole practice, then even just the first few minutes, being in your body, being in the moment, breathing. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Coming into your body and into the moment, coming into your strength and your power. Hopefully coming into some ease and some joy. Check in with your feet here, toes are soft. Take another big inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands. You can keep your feet at hips width. You can walk them closer together to touch. Set your feet and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Hands reach high, heart lifts, a big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze here, lower your gaze or close your eyes. You might set an intention for your practice, for your day, even simply for yourself for this moment. And together, let's take a big inhale and a big exhale. Inhale, sweep up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat, step back to your high push-up. You can have your knees lifted or you can drop them down for a little more support. Fingers spread wide, take a big breath in. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down. Low push-up, chaturanga. You can drop your knees here too. A big breath in, upward facing dog, maybe a cobra or a low cobra. Knees lifted or lower. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog, or stick in a child's pose. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a full exhale. Heels can soften, but they don't have to touch the ground. You certainly don't have to force them down. Take another big breath in. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Moving forward and down, inhaling, upward dog, still moving forward. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog. And still feel the movement of your breath. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Maybe add a little bit of movement in your downward dog. But let your movement, whether it's big or little, be intentional so you can feel everything that you're doing here and feel the benefits of everything that you're doing here. Take another big breath in. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Another deep inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way up. Lift and lengthen. Reach. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Try to run to low push-up. You can step or jump back. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And you can add in child's pose here or at any point during your practice. Add in variations. Definitely add in breath. A big inhale and a big exhale. You can't necessarily add in a child's pose anywhere, anytime in your day. But you can always add in a big breath in and a long breath out. And that can be the start of a really powerful shift, helping you to come back into the moment, come back into balance, back into your strength and power. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Big bend to your knees. Sit down and sit back. Bring your knees back, bring your hips back, soften your toes. Reach your hands higher, work with your hands at your heart. Take a long inhale. Then a big exhale. Here, arms lifted, opposite hand to opposite elbow. A little bit behind your head. Bring your elbows back, soften your shoulders down. Sit a little bit lower. And then go ahead and extend your arms out again. Your arms might come a little bit farther apart. Your hands might come a little bit farther apart. Feel if you can spin your pinky fingers in, soften your shoulders. Maybe just a little bit of a different sensation. Take one more big breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale. Upward dog, exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Back foot spins flat. Rise up. Reach your hands higher. Work with your hands at your heart. Front foot is flat and straight. Pretty big bend in your front knee. You can bring your front knee to track over your front ankle. A 90-degree bend in your front knee. That might be something you can find. Walk your front foot a little more forward. And still stay grounded, connected through your back foot. Feeling if you have some room to bring your right hip back and your left hip forward. Hands higher at your heart. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Feet are set, but toes are soft. Just a little adjustment. Big ripple effect. Not unintentionally hanging on. If you are intentionally hanging on, be curious about that. Whether it's hanging on with your toes or hanging on to a variation or hanging on to something in your life, right? Be curious about that. Feel if you can soften, even if it's just for one breath. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Come up, both feet flat. Bending into your left knee, connected with your right foot, connected with your breath. A big inhale. Then a big exhale. And here again, you can take your front foot a little more forward. Dip into your front knee. Sometimes you can go a little too far. You get a little over enthusiastic. Right? And then you will find yourself having to hang on, or you lose your balance. In this pose, you take your front foot a little too far forward. You might lose the connection with your back foot. If you are overextending, I think when we overextend, we tend to lose or disconnect from our intention. Right, so come back here, feel your feet, feel your intention, take a big breath in, and a big breath out. And whatever your intention is, let a piece of your intention be some space for yourself, some self-care. Dipping into your front knee, long and strong through your back leg. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Back foot flat, root down, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands back to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Once more, deep breath in here. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Back foot flat, root down, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Root down, reach up. Exhale, hands back to your mat. High push-up to low. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Let your head hang down, hips lift, heels can soften. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale here, exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, sit down, sit back, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Back foot flat, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Reach up, exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot again, warrior one. Rise up, open out, warrior two. And here, a little more space between your feet. You can wiggle your front foot forward, track your right knee over your right ankle. You can ease off from that point. Extend through your arms, through your fingers, or bring your hands to your heart. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And with this big bend in your front knee, spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Lifting from your right hip, lengthening through your right side body. Take a big breath in here. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot again. Warrior one. Come up. Open out to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Drop your hands. Pivot your toes towards the side. Feet parallel or pigeon-toed. Bring your hands to your hips or to your low back. Squeeze your elbows, your shoulder blades, and drop your tailbone. Lift your chest. You can take your gaze up. Even drop your head back if you like. Breathing here. A little bit of a standing back bend for 3, 2. Come on up to center and begin to fold forward. Once you fold, hands to your mat under your shoulders. Find your halfway lift. Now, walk your hands forward. So you're going to come into a wide-legged high push-up. Draw your right knee into your chest. Take your right foot over to the left. Hands under shoulders. Big inhale. As you exhale, drop to your low push-up. lift up, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, pause here. Now, setting up for your side plank variation, take your left arm up to the sky. And if you want to drop your right knee, you can drop your right knee. Maybe work with your right forearm on your mat. You might be able to lean back a little bit. Lift your right foot for 3, 2, right foot down, left hand down. Take your right foot back to your mat. So again, this wide-legged high push-up. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Here, pivot around towards the front edge of your mat. Come on into your runner's lunge. Set your right hand inside your right foot. Take your left arm up to the sky. So it's like your side angle, but your back heel is lifted. Right hand can be flat. I like tented fingers. Maybe you're working with a block. Here, go ahead and straighten your right leg. Take your time with this, and you might adjust where you have your right hand. I'm going to take my right hand to the outside of my right foot. So now, triangle with the left heel lifted. Variation of triangle. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Keep your feet as they are. Left hand comes down towards the ground to the left shoulder, and your right arm up towards the sky. Right. Left hand, tented fingers, a block. A little bit of lift is nice. Take a really big breath in here. As you exhale, bring your right hand down. Bend into your right knee, runner's lunge. Pivot all the way around towards the back edge of your mat. Runner's lunge now facing the back. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale, exhale. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior 1, rise up, exhale. Hands to your mat, high push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior 1. Root down, reach up, exhale. Hands to your mat, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps again, warrior 1, come up. And open out to your warrior 2. Checking in with your feet so you can feel your feet, but also feel the space between your feet. Maybe add in here. Space between your fingers. Feel your fingers. And then the space between them, whether they're extended or at your heart. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Notice the stuff that comes up in your head. And then notice the space between your thoughts, the space that you get, I think, by tuning into your breath, in allowing yourself to be right here, right now. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out, and not thinking about it, right? Simply feeling it. A big inhale, and a big exhale. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Dipping into your front knee. Lifting and lengthening through your back leg. Grounded through your back foot. Grounded through your front foot. Take a really big inhale here. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Come up. Open out to your warrior 2. Go ahead and straighten your left leg. Pivot your toes towards the side. Again, feet parallel, a little bit pigeon-toed. Hands to your hips or to your low back. Find this standing back bend again. And this time, if you want to slide your hands down the backs of your legs. Right, drop your head back, lift through your legs, breathe for 3, 2. Come on up to center. Hands at your hips or your low back. Fold forward. Hands land on your mat under your shoulders. Halfway lift. Once more, walk your hands out in front of you. Coming into your wide-legged high push-up. Draw your left knee into your chest. Take your left foot over to the right. Fingers spread wide, a big inhale. As you exhale, low push-up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now your side plank variation. Roll into your left hand. Take your right arm up. You can drop your left knee. Lift your left leg, use your core. You might have your right foot flat. Breathe for 3, 2, foot down, hand down, back to that wide-legged high push-up. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Here, pivot around towards the back of your mat, coming into your runner's lunge. Right heel is lifted, left foot is flat. A little bit of space right to left between your feet. Left hand inside the left foot, and your right arm up towards the sky. So not a big variation with your right heel lifted, but it's different, right? And notice that. Notice what you're working with. And feel if you can still work with your breath. A big breath in, and a long breath out. And begin to straighten your left leg, right? So this triangle variation, hand can stay inside the foot or shift outside. Maybe add a little bit of lift. Grounded through your left foot. Drishti will definitely help here. I started to lose my balance as my gaze shifted. Take a big breath in. Now bring your right hand down, setting up for twisting triangle variation. Left arm goes up to the sky. Crown of the head in one direction, tailbone in the other. You might soften your front knee. You can feel it out. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your hands down. Bend into your left knee, coming into your runner's lunge. Pivot all the way back around towards the front edge of your mat. Runner's lunge here. Plant your hands. Right foot steps back. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, crescent lunge. Keep your left heel lifted, rise up. Now lift off for your warrior 3. Hands can be together or apart, extending forward. You might work with your hands at your heart. Strong core, long spine. Maybe fall out of it. Not a big deal, it happens. Stay with your breath, a big breath in, and a long breath out. One more big inhale. Left foot down beside the right. Hands reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Crescent lunge. Rise up. And you guessed it. Warrior 3 now on this side. Tipping forward. Hands forward or at your heart. Even at your hips. Press out through your right heel, right toes spin down towards the ground, right hip rolls down. One more big inhale, right foot down beside the left. Reach up here, lift up, look up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Belle is barking upstairs. And Winston is mildly curious, but not curious enough to get up off his bed. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Bring your feet together a little bit forward, right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, down dog hip opener. If you want to flip your dog, you can flip your dog here. A breath or two. Hip rolls down. Right knee comes forward to your right thumb. Left leg long behind you. Don't fold forward just yet. Lengthen your left leg back behind you here. Bring your right hand inside the right knee. Lift your chest, lift your heart. From here you can begin to bend your left knee. Reach your left hand back to catch the left foot. So a little lift under the right hand is nice, and you might pad your left knee. You're not on your kneecap. If you slide your left leg back and then bend the left knee, you'll find you're more in the fleshy part just above the knee. You can keep hold of the foot. Maybe hook your foot with your elbow. If you want to take that up with that right hand up and around, king pigeon variation, whatever variation you're in here, breathing for 3, 2, gently release, and now half pigeon. You can set up the variation on your back if that works better for you. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Soften your fingers. Let your head land. Feeling your breath. Even reminding yourself, breathe in and breathe out. Take a long inhale here, and a big exhale. Set your hands under your shoulders and make your way back to your downward facing dog. If you like a three-legged dog or a flow, you can add that in. Feet together a little bit forward, left leg to the sky now. Bending your left knee for your down dog hip opener. Lifting out of your shoulders, you can flip if you like. Right leg is active and engaged if you're in this three-legged dog variation. Right, left leg goes back up, hip rolls down, left knee comes forward to your left thumb. Again, stay lifted. Walk your right leg back behind you. So your left hip will roll a little closer to your mat. Here it's your left hand inside the left knee. Right hand reaches back to catch the right foot. And again, check in. So if you are on your kneecap, just put an extra layer under it so that it doesn't hurt. You can stay holding the foot. If you can't catch the foot, that's okay too. You might hook your foot with your elbow. Maybe take that left arm up and back, king pigeon. Deep breath for 3. Lifting up 2. And making your way into your half pigeon now. Similar to the other side or different. Checking in so you can feel that, so you can feel this, and adjust accordingly. Take a long inhale and a big exhale. Feeling that you are here. This can be a really big adjustment. Time out of your head. Time in your body. In this breath, again, in your strength and your power, but also at ease, in joy. Take a long breath in. Then a big breath out. Set your hands under your shoulders. One last downward facing dog. Okay, and again, whatever movement you want to add in, take a deep breath in. Then a big breath out. Now bring your knees to your mat to set up for your camel Ustrasana. You can have your toes tucked under. If your toes are tucked under, your heels would be a little higher. Hands to your hips or to your low back. You can also bring your toenails to your mat. Either variation, elbows, shoulder blades squeeze in, hips, your hands at your hips, a little bit of a self-assist so your hips keep moving forward. Now your gaze can stay forward as you slide your hands down your back legs. Slide your hands rather down the backs of your legs, or reach your hands back towards your heels. And you can keep your gaze forward, shoulder blades squeeze in if you want to look up, or drop your head back. A big inhale, and a big exhale. Breathe in, and breathe out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. Now as you inhale, gently come up. Come on into your tabletop and just move through a couple of cat-cows. Any additional movement that you like. And then crossing your ankles, sitting back over your heels, lying down onto your back to set up for your bridge or your wheel. Feet flat, about hips width distance, maybe a little bit wider. Lift your hips, arms and hands can be alongside. They can interlace under your low back. Connect down through your feet. Active legs, kneecaps, even though they're not moving, feet and kneecaps as though they could move forward. And moving your breath, whether you're in bridge, whether you're in wheel, whether you are in a different variation entirely. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Deep breath in, long breath out. One more big inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Come onto your back, soles of your feet together, knees drop to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a really big breath in. And empty out. Here, draw your knees to your chest, give them a squeeze. And come on into your happy baby. Let your spine lengthen out. You can catch your feet to the backs of your legs. A little bit of movement if you like here. Bring your knees back to your chest. Take your feet up to the sky. You can have your hands alongside you under your hips, head and shoulders down, or hover your head and shoulders, extending your hands forward. Legs are lifted, big inhale. As you exhale, left leg to a hover off your mat. Lift it up, right leg lowers. Lift, alternating legs, lower. Lift, strong core, lower. Lift, lower. Maybe a little pause at the bottom. Lift, lower. 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 Both legs lift up. Drop your feet a third of the way and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another third, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Couple inches off your mat. Head and shoulders lifted through down. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. You can stretch out if you want to stretch out. Give your knees a squeeze. And any last adjustments, poses that feel right. And then go ahead and settle into your Shavasana. Take a really big breath in here. Empty out. A little bit of space for yourself right here, right now. A big breath in. Empty out. You can move your fingers and toes. Just bring a little movement back to your body. When you're ready, you can draw your knees to your chest. You might roll to one side, make your way to seated. Hands to your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. And together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for today's Friday Power Flow. A little bit different. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Please do share with your friends. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you soon.